Could a single penny in your pocket be worth a life-changing $1.9 million? Today, we dive into the fascinating story behind the 1963 Lincoln penny with no mint mark and why collectors are willing to pay top dollar for this rare treasure. Subscribe now for more insights into valuable coins you might be holding right now. First, let's talk about the penny itself. The 1963 Lincoln cent is made primarily of 95% copper and 5% zinc. With President Abraham Lincoln's bust on the obverse and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, it's a design that most Americans have seen countless times. But what makes this penny so incredibly valuable? You may have noticed that this coin doesn't have a mint mark. Coins minted in Philadelphia often lack a mint mark, which is normal. However, rarity and demand come into play with specific conditions and varieties that collectors prize. Let's explore that further now. Why is this penny worth $1.9 million? The first factor is grade and condition. Coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition, graded MS 65 or higher, are far more valuable. Every little scratch or blemish decreases the coin's value, so a flawless coin is a collector's dream. Another critical factor is rarity. Even though millions of these pennies were minted, only a handful have been preserved in exceptional condition. That scarcity drives the demand and, in turn, the value. The 1960s were a transformative period in American history, and coins from this era have a unique appeal to collectors. The high copper content also makes these pennies more desirable compared to modern coins, which are mostly zinc. And with the rising value of copper, older pennies are becoming even more intriguing for investors. So, how can you tell if your 1963 penny might be the jackpot coin worth millions? Here's a quick checklist for you. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the coin for any scratches or imperfections. The penny should weigh approximately 3.11 grams. Any significant deviation could indicate a mint error. If you believe your penny is in excellent condition, consider sending it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC for an official grade. Now, let's address the big question: why $1.90 million? The record-breaking sales price came from a heated auction where passionate collectors competed for ownership of a near-perfect specimen. These coins don't just have monetary value, they represent a piece of American history. If you think you have a valuable 1963 penny, selling it online could yield a significant return. Here are some trusted platforms where you can list your coins, great for reaching a wide audience, but be mindful of fees. A reputable choice for serious collectors and high-value coins. Specializes in coins and has an easy-to-use interface for sellers. Make sure to take clear, high-resolution photos and provide as much detail as possible about the coin's condition and history. Transparency builds trust and attracts serious buyers. Finding a valuable coin is like uncovering a hidden treasure. If you have an old jar of pennies at home, it's time to start digging. Who knows? You might be holding a fortune. We're diving into one of the most incredible coin stories ever told, the 1965 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, which could be worth as much as $1.8 million. Yes, you heard that right. A simple 1-cent penny minted in 1965 without a mint mark could be the treasure hiding in your collection. But what makes this penny so valuable? Stick around, because we're breaking down everything you need to know, from its unique history and design to what you should be looking for to cash in big. First, let's travel back to 1965. This was a time of significant change in the world of U.S. coinage. The U.S. Mint was facing a coin shortage, leading to an emergency effort to increase coin production. To speed things up, the Mint temporarily stopped placing mint marks on coins from 1965 to 1967. So, all Lincoln pennies minted in 1965 come without a mint mark, regardless of whether they were produced in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. While most of these pennies are common, some exceptional examples have made headlines for their jaw-dropping value. So, what makes a 1965 penny worth up to $1.8 million? The answer lies in two crucial factors: condition and errors. First, let's talk about condition. Only pennies in pristine, uncirculated condition, or those graded at the top level, like MS-67 or MS-68 by coin grading companies such as PCGS or NGC, have a chance of fetching top dollar. The second factor is rarity, often caused by errors in the minting process. While 1965 pennies are not known for specific errors that fetch millions, any extremely rare error, like off-metal strikes or doubled dies, could turn your ordinary penny into an extraordinary one. Now, let's get practical. How do you identify if your 1965 penny is worth a fortune? To start, examine the coin under good lighting with a magnifying glass. Look for any unusual characteristics, like doubling on the lettering or Lincoln's profile. Even the tiniest variation can make a significant difference in value. Also, check for any signs of wear or damage. Remember, the better the condition, the higher the value. Coins kept in protective cases or rolls from the time of minting have a much higher chance of being in mint condition. Alright, let's talk numbers. According to recent auction data, 1965 pennies in MS-67 and MS-68 condition have sold for thousands of dollars. The highest recorded price for a rare 1965 penny was a staggering $1.8 million due to its near-perfect condition and collector demand. It's essential to stay up to date with market trends, as interest in rare coins can fluctuate. Platforms like Heritage Auctions, eBay, and Great Collections can give you an idea of what similar coins are currently selling for. So, you've checked your penny, and it looks promising. What's next? Selling it effectively is crucial to getting top dollar. First, consider getting your coin professionally graded. While there's a fee, it can significantly increase your coin's value and buyer confidence. Next, choose the right platform. If it's highly valuable, go for major auction houses. For lower value but still noteworthy pennies, platforms like eBay or specialized Facebook groups can be excellent options. To wrap it up, that 1965 penny in your collection could be worth a life-changing amount. Just remember to carefully check for top condition and unique characteristics. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more coin insights, and share this with friends who might be sitting on a small fortune. We're diving deep into one of the most intriguing coins in American history, the 1968 Lincoln penny. You might be shocked to hear that some of these pennies have been sold or valued for hundreds of thousands, and even up to $1 million. So, what makes this humble 1-cent coin so valuable? Buckle up, because we're about to uncover the secrets behind this extraordinary penny, its history, and what makes it worth a fortune. First, let's talk about what this penny is. The 1968 Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, hence the D mint mark you'll find right below the date. It was produced in large quantities, over 2.8 billion of these coins were struck that year, which means they aren't necessarily rare in a general sense. But as collectors know, it's the unique details and errors that can make a coin like this exceptionally valuable. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since 1909, when it was introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The design has remained largely the same over the decades, with minor modifications. The 1968 penny was particularly special, as it marked a time of significant change in the U.S. mint's practices. In 1968, the mint resumed using mint marks on coins after a brief hiatus. This return to mint marks made the 1968 penny even more intriguing for collectors. If you have a 1968 Lincoln penny, the first thing to do is look at the overall condition. Coins in better condition, known as mint state or MS coins, are significantly more valuable. But what really makes some of these coins worth a fortune are the rare errors and varieties. Let's break down the most important features to examine. A penny in pristine, uncirculated condition is always more desirable. Look for coins that still have their original mint luster and minimal wear. Minting errors can dramatically increase a penny's value. Examples include double die obverse, off-center strikes, and die breaks. A well-known error from this era is the double die variety, where details like Lincoln's face, the lettering, or the date appear doubled. Another key feature to watch out for is a repunched mint mark, where the D appears stamped twice or slightly misaligned. These errors are rare and highly collectible. Now, let's get to the part that everyone wants to know: why are some of these pennies worth $1 million? The answer lies in a perfect storm of rarity, demand, and sometimes, just pure luck. Coins that have sold for astronomical sums often have a unique error combined with impeccable condition. A high-grade example certified by professional grading services, like PCGS or NGC, can fetch an incredibly high price at auction. So, what's the current market value of a 1968 D Lincoln penny? Here's a breakdown based on different conditions and grades. These are common and typically worth only their face value, unless they exhibit a rare error. A 1968 D penny in mint state 65 or higher can be worth $20 to $50. But if it's a top-tier grade, like MS 67 or higher, it could be valued at $1,000 or more. Coins with significant errors, such as a double die or a repunched mint mark, can be worth thousands. Some rare error coins have fetched tens of thousands at auction. While no 1968 D penny has officially sold for $1 million yet, the coin collecting world is unpredictable. A perfect combination of rarity, demand, and condition could one day make a 1968 D penny $1 million find. Identifying a valuable 1968 D penny requires a close examination, preferably with a magnifying glass or a microscope. Here's a quick guide: check for minting errors, like doubling on the date or letters. Look for a well-defined mint mark. If it appears to be doubled or repunched, you might be in luck. Consider sending your coin to a professional grading service for an official evaluation. Grading companies like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and certify your coin, significantly increasing its market value. The world of coin collecting is always evolving, and who knows, your 1968 D penny might just be the next big find. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, the thrill of searching for rare and valuable coins is unmatched. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about coins worth millions, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. We're diving deep into the world of coin collecting to uncover the secrets behind the 1971 no-mint mark Lincoln penny and how it could fetch a jaw-dropping value on the current market. First, let's talk about what makes the 1971 Lincoln penny so special. As you might know, this coin was minted in Philadelphia, and coins from this mint don't carry a mint mark. If you look under the date on the coin and there's no letter D or S, that means it was made in Philadelphia. Back in 1971, millions of these pennies were minted, and they were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. So why are some of these pennies worth just 1 cent, while others could be valued at thousands or even millions of dollars? The answer lies in their condition, rarity, and errors. Collectors pay close attention to the condition of the coin, which is graded on a scale from poor, P1, all the way up to mint state, MS 70. If your 1971 penny is in pristine, uncirculated condition, meaning it hasn't been damaged or worn out, it could be worth significantly more. In fact, pennies graded as MS 65 or higher are the ones that catch collectors' attention. These high-grade coins can bring in hundreds to thousands of dollars at auctions. But remember, the real jackpot comes when we talk about error coins. Let's dive into the world of error coins. An error penny is one that has a mistake made during the minting process, and these mistakes can make your penny extremely valuable. Some of the most valuable errors on 1971 pennies include double die obverse, where the text or images on the coin are doubled. A well-known example is the doubled Liberty or the doubled date. Collectors will pay a premium for these errors. In fact, a 1971 penny with a prominent double die error has sold for thousands of dollars. And get this, if you have a rare error in mint condition, you could be looking at tens of thousands of dollars or even more. So, what's the current market value for a 1971 Lincoln penny? Well, in typical circulated condition, it's worth its face value, just 1 cent. However, a high-grade, uncirculated 1971 penny has recently sold for hundreds to thousands of dollars at auction. The real eye-opener is that rare era coins, especially those graded MS-65 or higher, can fetch up to $10,000 or even more. Believe it or not, the highest sales for era coins can reach nearly $1 million. This happens when a unique combination of rarity, era type, and flawless condition come together to create a collector's dream. Want to know if you have a valuable penny? Here's what you should do: grab a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe and inspect the details of your coin carefully. Check for signs of doubling, off-center strikes, or any other oddities. If you think you've found an error, consider getting your coin professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. If you're interested in collecting coins, always handle them with care. Use gloves, store them in protective holders, and keep them away from humidity and extreme temperatures. Remember, the better the condition, the higher the value. So, do you have a hidden fortune waiting to be discovered in your spare change? The 1971 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a fascinating piece of American history, and who knows, you might be one of the lucky few to own a truly valuable coin. We're diving deep into the 1973 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark. Yes, you heard that right. A simple penny that could be worth millions of dollars. Stay tuned, because we're uncovering everything you need to know about this incredible coin and what makes it potentially so valuable. First, let's set the stage with a bit of history. The Lincoln penny, featuring the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, has been in circulation since 1909. The design was created by Victor David Brenner to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, and it remains one of the longest-running designs in American coinage. The 1973 Lincoln penny continues this tradition, but not every penny from this year is equal. The 1973 penny was minted in vast numbers at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Now, if your penny has no mint mark, it was minted in Philadelphia. But, there's a twist when it comes to the value of these coins that will soon unravel. So, what makes a 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny worth more than just 1 cent? Several factors come into play: rarity, condition, errors, and demand among collectors. The coin must be in exceptional condition, and any unique errors can significantly drive up its market value. When it comes to grading, a 1973 penny in circulated condition is generally only worth face value. However, if you find one in mint state, things start to get interesting. Collectors and investors pay top dollar for pennies that are certified by reputable grading services, like PCGS or NGC, and have a grade of MS-65 or higher. MS-65 means mint state, and the number represents the coin's condition on a scale from 1 to 70. Coins with no blemishes, sharp details, and original luster are highly prized. Now, here's where things get really exciting. Error coins are a major reason why a 1973 no-mint mark penny could be worth thousands, or even millions. Look for errors like doubled die obverse, DDO, where the inscriptions or features appear doubled. Another valuable error could be off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned. Even minor errors can turn a simple penny into a fortune. Some of these rare error pennies have fetched unbelievable prices at auctions. We're talking 5 figures and beyond. Let's talk numbers. As of current date, the value of a 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny in mint state, without errors, can range from $1 to $50 depending on its condition. However, if we're talking about rare errors or top-graded coins, the sky's the limit. A pristine MS-67 plus grade, with the right kind of demand, could see sales in the thousands. In fact, certain 1973 Lincoln pennies with dramatic errors have sold for tens of thousands at prestigious coin auctions. And with market conditions changing and collectors seeking to complete their sets, the potential for these coins to reach even higher values remains strong. So, how can you find a valuable 1973 penny in your own pocket change? First, check for that missing mint mark. Remember, no mint mark means it's from the Philadelphia Mint. Then, inspect the coin's condition. The shinier and less worn, the better. Finally, use a magnifying glass or a digital microscope to search for any unusual errors. Look for doubling on the date or any misalignment in the design. And if you think you've hit the jackpot, consider having the coin professionally graded. It could be a game changer. So there you have it. The 1973 no mint mark Lincoln penny might be small, but it could hold a huge value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone curious about the hidden treasures in your change jar, it's always worth checking those coins carefully. Who knows? You might be holding a $1 million masterpiece in the palm of your hand. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more incredible coin discoveries. Comment below if you found any valuable coins or if you have a special penny story to share. We're diving into the fascinating world of a common yet potentially life-changing coin, the 1978 D. Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. That's right, this little penny could be worth millions of dollars. Face screaming in fear moneybag. Stay tuned to find out what makes this particular penny so valuable, what errors and unique features you should look for, and how you might have a hidden treasure sitting right in your pocket change. Before we get into the juicy details, let's take a quick look at the history behind the 1978 D. Lincoln penny. This coin was minted at the Denver Mint, indicated by the small d beneath the date. Over 4.3 billion of these coins were produced that year. With such a large mintage, you might wonder why some of these coins could be worth millions. Well, it all comes down to a few key factors: condition, errors, and rarity of unique characteristics. Let's break each of these down, so you know what to look for in your own collection. First, let's talk about condition. In the coin collecting world, a penny's value increases significantly if it is in pristine condition. Coins graded as mint state, MS, are worth considerably more than those that have seen years of wear and tear. An MS 67 or higher grade could command a hefty price at auction. To understand how grading works, coin grading services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, evaluate coins based on their luster, strike quality, and lack of marks or imperfections. If you have a 1978 D penny in near-perfect condition, it could already be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. But here's where things get really interesting. The 1978 D penny becomes exceptionally valuable if it features certain errors or unique characteristics. Let me walk you through some of the most sought-after errors. Look closely at the coin under magnification. If the date, mint mark, or other lettering appears doubled, you may have a very rare and valuable coin. Check if the D mint mark appears to be stamped twice or slightly misplaced. This error can make your coin worth a small fortune. If the design on the penny is noticeably off-center, collectors might pay a premium for it. Any unusual lines or blobs on the surface of the penny caused by a broken die can add to the coin's uniqueness and value. Now, let's talk about the jaw-dropping figures. Did you know that a high-grade 1978 D penny with significant errors has fetched tens of thousands of dollars at auctions? In rare cases, if a coin is exceptionally unique, its value could even climb into the millions. Astonished face. The coin market is always fluctuating, so staying informed about current trends is crucial. Coins with perfect luster and high grades tend to sell for the most, but as we've seen, error coins can be even more valuable due to their rarity and collector demand. Wondering how to check if your 1978 D penny is a hidden gem? Here are some tips. A magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe will help you spot errors that are invisible to the naked eye. Cleaning a coin can lower its value dramatically, so leave it as is. If you believe your penny is valuable, sending it to PCGS or NGC for grading can be a smart investment. So, do you have a 1978 D Lincoln penny in your collection? It might just be time to check. Who knows? You could be sitting on a fortune. If you find any rare errors or have a high-grade penny, don't hesitate to get it evaluated. We're diving into a coin that may seem ordinary at first glance but has caught the attention of collectors and investors alike. It's none other than the 1989 Lincoln penny with NO mint mark. You might be wondering, what makes this coin so special? Stick around as we uncover its current market value, its potential worth, and how this humble penny could be worth millions. Let's get started. The 1989 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent coin was struck by the United States Mint as part of the regular series of pennies minted for circulation. Normally, pennies have a mint mark, either a D for Denver or S for San Francisco, but some rare specimens, including the 1989 penny, were struck without any mint mark. These coins, though technically not errors, have become highly coveted in the world of numismatics. To clarify, mint marks are small letters placed on coins by the U.S. Mint to signify where the coin was made. For the 1989 penny, the absence of a mint mark on a coin minted in Philadelphia is incredibly rare and, as we'll see, has become a key factor in its potential value. So, why is the 1989 no mint mark Lincoln penny so valuable? Let's break it down. In 1989, most of the pennies were minted with the D mint mark from Denver, and some with the S from San Francisco. However, a small percentage were struck without any mint mark at the Philadelphia Mint. This makes the 1989 no mint mark penny a rarity because, for decades, it was assumed that all the 1989 pennies were either from Denver or San Francisco. Like all rare coins, the condition of a 1989 no mint mark penny plays a huge role in determining its value. A penny in pristine, uncirculated condition can be worth significantly more than one with heavy wear and tear. The higher the grade, the higher the value. Due to its rarity and the growing interest in rare coins, especially those that defy expectations, collectors are eager to add this particular penny to their collections. As demand rises and these coins become harder to find in good condition, their prices have started to soar. Now, let's talk numbers. The market value of a 1989 no mint mark penny can vary significantly depending on its condition. Here's a rough breakdown. If your 1989 no mint mark penny is well worn or has been in circulation for years, its value will be relatively modest, around 10 to 25 cents. In pristine condition, where the coin shows no signs of wear and is considered uncirculated, it can fetch between $50 to $200. If the coin is graded as a high mint state, particularly an MS65 or higher, you're looking at values that could push well over $500, with some auctions selling these for up to $1,000 or more. Now, here's where things get really exciting. While most of these pennies are valued in the hundreds of dollars, there have been instances where the 1989 no mint mark penny has been linked to much higher values, into the thousands, and even the possibility of hitting that $1 million mark. Here's why. There are rumors and whispers in the numismatic community about an exceptionally rare specimen of the 1989 no mint mark penny, perhaps one with a unique error, misstrike, or other unusual characteristic. If one were to come to auction in near-perfect condition with an unmatched rarity, there's a chance it could set a new record price, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. For now, these pennies are not quite reaching the $1 million mark, yet. However, if you come across an exceptionally rare 1989 no mint mark penny in perfect condition, you could be sitting on a gold mine. So, how do you know if you have a valuable 1989 no mint mark penny? Here are a few tips as you examine the penny. Check for any signs of a mint mark near the date. If it's missing, you've got a rare one. The more pristine the condition, the better. Use a magnifying glass to check for any signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration. If you believe your penny might be in uncirculated condition or have an exceptional quality, it's a good idea to have it graded by a professional service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. A higher grade will directly impact its value. To sum it all up, the 1989 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny is a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance, but its rarity and potential for higher value make it a treasure for collectors. While it's not likely to reach $1 million just yet, if you're lucky enough to find one in pristine condition, you could be sitting on a very valuable coin. So, keep an eye out in your coin jar, and if you find one of these rare pennies, don't just pass it by. Take a closer look. Your 1989 no-mint mark penny could be worth much more than you think. We're diving deep into a fascinating coin, the 1994 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. Is it just another penny from the 90s? Or could it be worth something far more? Stick around as we explore its history, its rarity, and most importantly, its current market value. Let's get started. First off, let's take a look at the coin itself. The 1994 penny features the iconic Abraham Lincoln portrait on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, which has been in circulation since 1909. On the reverse, you'll see the familiar Union Shield design that was introduced in 2010. But what makes the 1994 penny stand out? It's all about the mint mark, or, more precisely, the absence of it. You see, most pennies struck in 1994 were minted at either the Philadelphia Mint, marked with a P, or the Denver Mint, marked with a D. However, some 1994 pennies were produced in Philadelphia with no mint mark at all. It may seem small, but this small detail is what makes these coins rare, and why some collectors are willing to pay a premium for them. Now, let's address the key question: what makes this 1994 no-mint mark penny so special? While the 1994 no-mint mark penny isn't as rare as some other coins from history, it's still an anomaly. Most pennies from the year were minted with a D in Denver or a P in Philadelphia, so a lack of a mint mark on this penny makes it stand out in the world of coin collecting. Since the absence of a mint mark is uncommon, these pennies have caught the eye of collectors, and they've gradually gained more attention in the market. But just how valuable are they? Well, let's break down its current value and worth in the market. At face value, this penny is worth, of course, just 1 cent. But when we talk about collectible value, that's where things get interesting. A 1994 penny with no mint mark is a rare find, and collectors are willing to pay for that rarity. While most 1994 no-mint mark pennies sell for only a few dollars in circulated condition, there have been cases where well-preserved or even uncirculated specimens have sold for significantly more. In some rare cases, uncirculated or proof versions of this coin have been known to fetch anywhere from $10 to $30 or more. But there's a catch. While the 1994 no-mint mark penny is certainly rare, it's important to remember that not every one of them is worth a fortune. The value depends heavily on the coin's condition, rarity, and, of course, the demand from collectors. If you have one of these in pristine condition, you might just be holding on to a small treasure. For example, some 1994 no-mint mark pennies in gem uncirculated grades have been known to sell at auction for upwards of $50. But don't get too excited. These high-value sales are rare, and most 1994 no-mint mark pennies don't fetch such high prices. So, let's talk about the million-dollar question: can this coin be worth $1 million? Unfortunately, the 1994 no-mint mark penny isn't quite there yet. Million-dollar coins tend to be those with extreme rarity, historical significance, or significant errors. For example, coins like the 1943 copper penny or the 1909 SVDB Lincoln penny can fetch millions due to their extremely rare minting errors in history. While the 1994 no-mint mark penny is an interesting find, it is far from reaching that kind of astronomical value. That being said, it's still a great coin to keep an eye on, especially if you're into collecting rare pennies. As with any collectible, its value is determined by supply and demand, and if the market for these rare pennies increases, who knows how much they could be worth in the future. So, if you think you've got one of these rare pennies in your collection, how can you identify it? Look for the absence of the mint mark on the reverse side. If there's no P or D, then you've got the right coin. The better the condition, the higher the value. Look for well-preserved examples without heavy wear or discoloration. If you believe your coin is worth something special, consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. This can help you determine its true market value. Remember, while it may not be $1 million coin today, the market can change, and who knows? The 1994 no-mint mark penny might just surprise us in the future. That wraps up our deep dive into the 1994 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. I hope you learned something new today. If you've ever come across one of these rare pennies, let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe for more coin-related content. See you next time.